Should I just bury the past out there with my parents, Alfred?
I wouldn't presume to tell you what to do with your past, sir. Just know that there are those of us who care about what you do with your future.
Haven't given up on me yet.
Never.
Memorable roles, such as Alfred the butler in Batman Begins, opposite Christian Bale, have helped make Michael Caine a living legend. But there's more to a legend than that. He talks with our Mark Phillips.
5, 4.
He could have picked any number of famous one-liners from his many movies.
1, go.
But Michael Caine picked this one as the title for his latest autobiography.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
The line and the title of the book is from the 1969 film The Italian Job.
They never make these cars.
Borrowing movie lines has worked for him before.
Well, you all settled in?
He's already mined this film.
My name is
Alfie.
He called that book.
What's it all about?
You were how old then when you were living here?
Well, I came here when I was about 18 months, 2 years old, and then I was here till I was 6.
Right.
And then the
Michael
war broke
Caine
out,
is
and then we were
85 now and
evacuated.
doesn't get back
We used
much
go
to the
away
South
from
London
here
street where he grew
when there
up
was a
poor,
big bombing attack.
and from where he was evacuated during the wartime Blitz. A good thing, too.
There's a street up here which was completely destroyed, and what it did is it blew all the doors and windows and everything out of this street because it was a rocket, you know. I mean, it wasn't...
Tempted to make jokes about blowing the doors off.
Blowing the bloody doors off. Yeah, well, they did blow the bloody doors off.
Not many actors write so many books about their lives, but then not many actors have careers that go on as long or are as varied as Michael Caine's.
My favourite accent to do, oh, blimey, I've done so many.
Maybe he's gone on so long because he spent his first decade as a young actor learning his trade, playing small theaters around Britain after he'd come back from combat in Korea. There's basically nothing he can't do.
In Northern English, he's talking like that, you know, and that's from up north. Cockney is very serious like that. Everything is spelled F-I-N-K. You know, it's all, everything's gone wrong, you know what I mean. And an American accent, I do that too, you know. This is the way you sound to a foreigner.
And this is the way he sounds to his many imitators.
Hello, I'm Michael Caine.
My name is Michael Caine.
If you say my cocaine, so like this, you go, my cocaine.
I don't want to say my name, because that would give it away.
My name is Michael Caine.
I can do that. My name is Michael Caine.
Accents, he says, are what got him into the movies, except his was the wrong kind.
Never be cheerful on a job if you're doing a fiddle.
He wasn't supposed to play the posh officer in his 1964 breakthrough movie, Zulu,
Still, a chap ought to look smart in front of the men.
but an American director saw beyond the English class system and Caine's salt-of-the-earth Cockney accent.
If he'd have been a British director, even if he'd been a left-wing communist, he would never have cast me as an officer. I mean, I was a real rough Cockney, and so thank you, America. You got me my first part.
Caine has another thing to thank America for, his name.
My real name is Maurice Micklewhite.
He was standing outside a theater playing a Humphrey Bogart movie when his agent told him he needed to pick a new stage name.
So she said, tell me a name. And I looked around Leicester Square and it said Humphrey Bogart in the Caine Mutiny. And I went, Caine.
You picked Humphrey.
Yeah. No, what happened is I said, Caine. I'll put it. She said, how do you spell it? I said, C-A-I-N-E. But it was very good because the theatre next door, if I'd have done that, I'd have been Michael 101 Dalmatians.
The old ones are the good ones.
Yeah, do you like the old ones, do you? I've used that one a lot, I'm sorry.
It turns out 101 is a small number when it comes to Caine's life.
Nice, isn't it? Get the wheels in, like, get the wheels
A career spanning 6 decades has produced 170 movie and TV credits, not to mention a couple of Oscars and a knighthood. But all good things must come to an end. Not if you're Michael Caine.
I got to about 60 and I got a script And I sent it back to the producer saying, I don't want to do it, the part is too small. He sent it back to me saying, you're not supposed to read the lover, you're supposed to read the father. And I suddenly realised I had to retire. I'm not the star.
But only briefly, until Jack Nicholson brought him a script.
And I thought, you want to be a character actor for the rest of your life, Michael? And I read the script and I went, yeah, I do.
You look like a janitor.
Fine. I don't have an ego. Jack is my lucky charm, Jack Nicholson. I mean, it was the luckiest thing that happened to me because I had no intentions of going back in and playing small parts in movies. But you see, there are no small parts in movies. When you're on the screen, you're big. White bats, lost away.
That's frightened me.
It was a whole new career. And what better character for Caine than Batman's wizened English butler, Alfred?
Takes a little time to get back in the swing of things. I was walking along the street the other day, and there was a load of Japanese schoolgirls walking along in London. And suddenly they all pointed at me, and all these young girls from Japan recognised me. You know, I was so proud. Blessed bat against them. They nest somewhere in the grounds.
In fact, Caine became such a good luck charm for the cash cow Batman series that the director, Christopher Nolan, didn't want to make a movie without him.
Check fuel, Fortis 1 and 2.
But how to fit him into Nolan's war epic, Dunkirk? Listen to the voice on the Spitfire's radio.
Stay down at 500 feet to leave fuel for 40-minute fighting time over Dunkirk.
You going to keep doing this forever? What do you ever think you will kind of
To me, you don't retire from movies. Movies retire you.
But not yet.
And now someone's come to me with a television series about an old people's home, obviously. If it's funny as I think it is.
Not a rock band, an old people.
No, it's old people, a lot of old people.
Right.
But the great thing is I know a lot of old people. I know a lot of old actresses who are in it and a lot of old actors. So it could be fun.
More material for yet another book about that long showbiz life that started back here.
But we lived right at the top.
At the very top.
At the very top. And the toilet was in the garden.
Right.
You know? So I had, you either had good legs or wet pants.